Ernesto Che Guevara was born on June 14, 1928, in Rosario, Argentina, to a middle-class family of Irish and Spanish descent. From a young age, he stood out for his leadership qualities and strong interest in reading and general culture, and he was fascinated by the works of major writers and philosophers such as Karl Marx and Vladimir Lenin. Guevara enrolled in the Faculty of Medicine at the University of Buenos Aires, where he distinguished himself as a bright and dedicated student. Initially, he aspired to become a doctor who would treat asthma patients, a condition he suffered from throughout his life. However, a major turning point in Guevara's life came during a motorcycle journey he took across South America with his friend Alberto Granado in 1951. During this trip, Guevara witnessed the extreme poverty and human suffering of the continent's indigenous populations, which exposed him to the vast social disparities and abuses faced by the poor. This experience ignited a revolutionary flame in him for change. After completing his studies in Argentina and obtaining his medical degree, Guevara decided to find an effective role to contribute to improving the conditions of the poor and oppressed. He moved to Guatemala in 1953, where he supported the reformist government of President Jacobo Arbenz, but witnessed the overthrow of this government by a US-backed military coup. This event reinforced his belief that the United States and imperialist forces were obstacles to social justice. In Mexico, while reorganizing his thoughts, Guevara met Fidel Castro and his brother Raúl, who were preparing a revolution against the dictatorial regime in Cuba, led by Fulgencio Batista. Guevara was convinced by Castro's vision and goal of liberating Cuba, so he joined the July 26th movement. In December 1956, he sailed with his comrades on the yacht Granma to Cuba, where they led a prolonged guerrilla campaign in the Sierra Maestra Mountains. Guevara proved to be a skilled military leader and strategist, achieving several significant victories for the revolutionary forces. By 1959, the revolutionaries had managed to overthrow Batista's regime and entered Havana triumphantly. After the revolution, Guevara took on prominent government positions in Cuba, including president of the National Bank and Minister of Industry. He oversaw economic reforms aimed at achieving economic independence and social justice for the country. Despite his successes, Guevara did not see the Cuban Revolution as sufficient. He advocated for exporting the revolution to other Latin American and African countries, and worked tirelessly to support revolutionary movements in these regions. In 1965, he left Cuba to participate in the Congo Revolution, but the attempt failed due to unfavorable local conditions and internal disagreements. Guevara returned to Latin America, traveling to Bolivia in 1966 to try to spark a revolution there. However, his small group of fighters struggled to gain the support of local peasants and faced harassment from Bolivian forces backed by the CIA. On October 8, 1967, Bolivian army forces surrounded Guevara and his comrades in a remote valley and captured him. The next day, Guevara was brutally executed in the village of La Higuera, without trial. Despite his death, Guevara left a profound revolutionary legacy. The photograph of him taken by Alberto Corta became a global icon of rebellion and revolution, a symbol of the struggle for social justice. To this day, Guevara is considered a symbol of the fight against injustice and oppression, and his revolutionary ideas continue to inspire many around the world.